Today I want to talk to you about the multitasking debate. So it's a threatening to rain Saturday morning. So it's spitting, but it's surprisingly about 20-21 degrees, or feels like that anyway. So I'm sweating quite a lot already. So Saturday mornings are productivity hacks and mindset. And I like this topic because I have very much my own take on it. Yet so many other people are generally in one of two camps. So the multitasking debate. Well, let's talk about camps 1 and camps 2 first. So there are people out there that are like, oh yeah, you've got to be able to multitask because that's what gets you so much more done. If you can't multitask, you only get half the work done, or less than that. You know, multitasking is your life. And there's always also a phrase, without wanting to come across as sexist in any way, shape, or form, but there's this common joke, which is always that the male mind doesn't have the capacity to multitask, whereas the female mind is exceptional at doing it. So read into that as you will. But ultimately, there's people that are super pro multitasking, in that you have to be able to multitask to achieve more in your life. And there are other people, and surprisingly, these people are more in the productivity guru type style camp, that say never multitask. It's an absolute myth that you get more done. You cannot spread your attention that thinly and expect to deliver things to the required level or required result. And their mantra is more along the lines of, you do a job, you give it your undivided attention, you do it well, you do it right, and it's all in the prioritization of how you tackle different work, which will dictate how productive you are and not. So it's obviously a very different style to the first group. So what's my take on this? Well, funny enough, I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm more so towards camp number 2, the ones where I think multitasking is a flawed approach, in that certainly when you're dealing, but there is an exception to that. And what I mean by that is I only multitask. I do it in big sections of my life, mind you. I only do it when I'm on autopilot. So I can't exactly say, oh, don't multitask when I'm sitting here running, doing my daily exercise run. I've just been listening to my personal development stuff in podcasts and Audible, and I'm now doing my vlog, all while still running. So the caveat, my argument on this is that you should only multitask when you're on autopilot. So what I mean by that is where you're genuinely doing an activity that takes the microscopic amount of thought power. And what I mean by that is, and this will vary for other people. I mean, I've done this now. You probably hear my voice is, randomly my voice is a little bit more panty in terms of the panting style at the moment, because since I've been doing this vlog, my pace, I'm running at 5 minute K pace now. I'm still able to deliver a vlog. Some people would really struggle to run at this pace and deliver a vlog. I'm not saying I'm exceptional. I'm saying it's just that I've done it so consistently for so long now. My pace is getting faster in my barefoot shoes, and I'm able to deliver a vlog now. So I'm killing two birds with one stone, because I'm running faster. I'm improving my cardiovascular capacity. And the training's working really well, because talking whilst running is a big part of my training. So, but back to the main point here, is what I'm trying to make is that I don't have to think when I run. Now, if I was running a race and I'm going for a super quick time, if I'm running at 5 minute K, 8 minute mile pace, or a little bit slower, I don't really have to think. I can do that and vlog at the same time. If I was running at 7:30 or kind of 4:30 K pace, I'd struggle a bit more on the vlog because I have to think more about breathing. But if I was going any faster than that, I'd be focusing more on rhythmic breathing. I'll talk to you about rhythmic breathing on a running episode in the future. But generally speaking, 5-minute K, 8-minute miles and above, I don't have to think a lot. Actually, I can think about what I'm going to say in this vlog. And believe it or not, I do this off the cuff. I don't. All I have before I come out on one of these runs is my title, and I freestyle it because I don't have the time to put too much planning into it. And as this is a social experiment, I wanted to see how good I was at delivering valuable content off the cuff. So there you go. You're an experiment, guys. Sorry about that. But yeah, back to the topic. So if you can do something with the microscopic amount of thought power, then multitask. Make the most out of that. And the examples are, when I'm running, when I'm washing up, when I'm cutting the grass, if I'm painting, if I'm hanging pictures on the wall, something that's I can just do in my sleep, basically, or do with very little effort. When I'm driving is a big one, massive one. I don't do a lot of driving. I work from home, so I try and use transport on cycles and running as much as I can. But obviously, if I go too far afield, I'll take my car. But cars and running are probably the two areas I get all of my self-development done. So really, really important. I've talked about hacks in which you can supercharge that as well by conditioning your mind to listen at double speed. And like I say, I've done a separate episode on that, but that in itself is absolutely game changing because not only am I multitasking, which when I'm on autopilot, which is productivity hack number 1, productivity hack number 2, I'm processing the information I'm listening to in double time. So I'm getting through double the amount of information, processing that in the same amount of time. So I'm 100% improving my productivity levels by doing that. So it's super powerful. So I've done another episode on that, so have a look, check it out, see what you think. So hopefully that gives you a good understanding. So the key learning points from this relatively short episode, and just my take on my multitasking, is my belief, and I'm happy to start a bit of debate here, if people just don't believe me. And there are, the other caveat is there will be people out there that just have huge capacity in their minds to multitask, and you wouldn't notice a drop in their output in terms of quality of output. And my challenge to those people are that that's probably because you expect that level of output from them, rather than know what their true output is if they were doing undivided attention on a single task in the right prioritised order. My argument would be is they would be more productive because they might just be hugely talented and have a huge mental capacity to do this, but that doesn't mean to say that what they're doing is going to generate better results than if they did it on a single task in the right order. But obviously, as I said, the caveat to that is when you're doing things on autopilot with a microscopic amount of thought power, that's when multitasking comes into its own. So so I hope you found this useful. I think I digressed there when I was going through the learning out points. The learning points are, my views are, only multitask when you're on autopilot. So whenever you're doing something with very, very minimal amount of thought power, that you then add a multitasking aspect to it. I use it predominantly for self-development. That's kind of the main thing I multitask. And I've given you some examples of when I would use that. And the second thing is just test this. Try and just stop multitasking if you are constantly doing that. And try focusing your undivided attention on one task at a time, but just spending more time and effort on working out what the right order is. So that's I've done separate episodes on that as well, and how to plan effectively, how to do a daily plan, all these types of things. So and I'll continue to do stuff on that because it's really important to me and my business. So I hope you found this useful. Let me know your thoughts. This might be one that there's quite a lot of varying opinions on, so please comment. As always, my guarantee is that I will respond to every comment, and if it's a bigger topic, I will do a separate blog episode and tag you in. That's my guarantee. As always, any likes or shares, if you think it's a good value, would be much appreciated. Always helping me get some extra reach. And yeah, really, really good. So hope it's useful. And as always, stay positive, stay happy. I'll see you on the next episode.